We should be live. Let me make sure we are. Yes, we are looking good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another Reality Scoot Gamers Jedi Academy here on the RC channel. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Glad to have you guys here. I'm getting things set up. Get this going, get the chats going. Hope everyone's having a good morning here on this Saturday, September the 14th, episode 346. Fantastic. Get this up and running. Perfect. Apparently Twitch is deciding to poo-poo the bed. Let's not poo-poo the bed. I don't like the poo-poo in the bed. Okay, thank you. All right. Hello, everybody. Glad to have you guys here. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. We are ready to go. All right, here we go. All right, so for the Jedi Academy, this is our show we do every Saturday that I can. Where it is just all about Star Wars Galaxy heroes and questions, but it's all about your questions. So usually what happens is I start the stream, I have a Zoom call open for any content creator that wants to jump in here and answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. And yeah, we had a blast last night doing our thing, and we'll get into that in a second. But if you have a question that you want to pose about the game, it's real simple. Get that in chat. Just make sure you put the word question for your actual question, comment, and or statement, and we will get those in the order that they come in, and we will get those questions answered and or responded to the best that we can as quickly as we can. Do me a favor as well, if you like this kind of content, hit the thumbs up, subscribe over on YouTube. We're live on YouTube and on Twitch, interact, follow, do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, get your questions in, anything goes, and we'll rock and roll. And so I can see some people are doing there. I'll address you guys in a second. Give you greetings. Say hi to me. Say hi to all the other skewers. We like to shout everybody out and say thank you for being here. You can be watching anything else, but you're watching this, and I appreciate that. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I'll be back tonight, hopefully with some D&D. We've been doing some D&D here lately on Saturday nights for you guys. Just a little fun little campaign we've been running. It's been fantastic. So good morning to everybody. Thanks to everybody that came out last night and yesterday again. It was a blast. Had fun. Freaky Friday. It's what we do. We have fun and let you guys giggle and laugh. A big shout out to 501st and his guild of the Sapatos that we were facing last night. Really cool group of folks. I really appreciated them being there. And we had a lot of fun yesterday. And then we went and did Scribe stream. Apparently Karth got another poor 4 million GP person against him. I don't know why this keeps happening. And so we were doing silly stuff there with me and Scribbles and Desi, and yeah, so it was a lot of fun yesterday on the Friday stream, and then yesterday. So I hope you guys have fun. And now we're just gonna get into your questions. So, good morning, guten Tag. Make sure you got some coffee or some tea or whatever it is you drink, and let's sit back and relax and get some questions in and talk some Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Hey, Jack Daniels over on YouTube. Hola, hola. Jack Daniels, ¿cómo está? Me amo Ranger. That's about all I know. What else? 93 says, good morning. Was there a new puzzle started yesterday? No, I don't think there was any puzzles. We didn't get any information. I didn't think we were going to get any information. The DG Meathead is on vacation, as he deserves. And so I didn't think we were going to get anything. If we did get something, nobody said anything. I didn't see anything last night on Scribe or ours or anything like that. Was there really? Oh, I didn't know that. Nobody said anything. Baby Yoda says, yep, Shin Hati puzzle. Well, okay, there you go. I didn't get any. Nobody yesterday while we were doing all our stuff or said anything. So, interesting. Baby Yoda eyes are watching you. They see your every move. He said, yep, it was a Shin Hati puzzle. Well, there we go. That's going to be our next character. There was a Shin Hati reveal. Okay. Very nice. I didn't know there was a puzzle. I really didn't think we were going to get a puzzle with the people on vacation. So fantastic. He spelled Shin Hati wrong. It started around 2 a.m. No wonder I didn't know about it. Jesus Christ. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. 2 a.m. Oh my God. No wonder. I was dead to the world. Yeah. A little tough to start a puzzle then. Good Lord. Well, there you go. Weddle 73. You got your response there, and you got your answer. So Shin Hati will be the next character. Fantastic. Daisy Jingle Snarf is here, my co-host from last night, and said good morning. Good morning, Daisy. Ooh, coffee. Almost forgot. You need, yeah, get some coffee. Get some coffee. Yeah. Did it really start around 2 a.m.? Holy moly! Wow. Well, that kind of gets me into where they're going next. Is Shin and Merrick. Okay, that makes total sense, which makes me think Bailey's going to come here a little bit sooner rather than later. That's interesting. Okay, so we know we got Shin coming around the corner probably next week, which I'll go for again. I'll roll my Swevens. It's there. The engineer, choo choo. Says hello there, kitten eaters. No, stop that. Get that out of here. Get that the hell out of here. Good to see you, engineer. Hope you were doing well, my friend. I would have thought they would have started that puzzle a little sooner for people in the United States, but I guess if you want to get people in Europe involved, if it was 2 a.m. it started, that would have been like 10 o'clock in the morning for Europe and other places. Interesting. But hey, if we know it's Shin Hati, then that's totally fantastic. So yeah, I was, when they put out that post just as a quick tease. I mean, we got a lot of stuff about the mercenary and soldier fortune and all that stuff, right? And then they just showed the early production of Shin and Merrick. I thought they were a ways away. The way they put it said there was a ways before they were ready to go, but I guess they were a lot closer. That was just the information they had available to put out at the time. So that's interesting. Okay, so then if we get shot, let me think about this. 2 weeks. Then 2 weeks from that, end of September, we get Merrick. Okay. Well, we'll see where this is gonna go. Because we were kind of thinking before that we were going to get the Balin event probably after the Galactic Legend Ahsoka, which we're not going to get till at least earliest mid-November, end of November, right? Because we know we're not going to get it till Ezra's around. He's not going to be around for another 2 cycles of conquest. Well, that's interesting. Okay. I wonder if the mercenary tag will come into the game next week too for all the other characters. You would think so, right? Because they're going to start that and she's going to have some synergy with that. Most likely, I would say yes, Baby Yoda Eyes. They'll get an update on that and get the mercenary tags for all the characters they listed out. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Depressed Swamp says happy Saturday, skewers and delicious Jay. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, that is interesting. Okay, yeah, but yeah, if they bring her in, then the tags are coming in for sure. No doubt, no doubt. Oh, look at this morning, and my allergies are killing me. Okay, Jay says gingerbread cream in my coffee. Yeah. Okay, very nice. Desi's got coffee with the gingerbread flavor. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, keep your questions coming in. Keep your greetings coming in. That's interesting about Shin Hati. And we will rock and roll. All right. All right. Luke McNeese over on YouTube's jumping in and says, good morning, brother. Good morning, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Good morning. 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 So Daisy's got her coffee. I've got my coffee. It's still early in the morning here in the United States, but our friends over in Europe and other places, it's not so much anymore. It's time for afternoon tea. Quite delicious. Yeah, if you have a question, you want to ask about the game, got the Shin Hot Tea stuff, anything on your mind, put that question into chat. Make sure you put the word question for any extra question, comment, or statement, and we will rock and roll. And they're trying to add blitzes. I can delay it a little bit longer. Let me get that set up. Yeah, if you hear me sniffing a lot, it's my allergies. It's that time of year. It's ugly. What else is going on? GC was a lot of fun last night. We got to check to see if we're gonna win or not, but we win great from that. I got to finish up Conquest today. Tomorrow, I got to just kill a few bosses, do a couple feats, and then call it a day. So yeah, once I get that done today, then that'll be fantastic. Gonna just farm more stuff for Datacrons for next week. We'll do some re-rolling of Datacrons on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Get some more materials, you know the deal. Do all that stuff. Roll some more Datacron materials and things, and take it from there. A little bit of re-rolling. We do have the mothers and all that other stuff we got. So yeah. All right. Good to have you guys here on a Saturday morning. I mean, there was no news this week at all, other than they just fixed the bug with the auto battle and stuff like that. That was the only bit of news we got. The big thing is we've just been waiting for, the next round of, we might get the next round of requirements too. I don't know how you guys feel about Ahsoka, for GL Ahsoka. Check something. Who are you? So I think we might get that. The big thing that has been brought to my attention is, Ahsoka Tana Fulcrum. Do we think she's going to 9? I do. I think we're going to have to do 3 9s on this one. And we already know Cat, we know Snips, and I think it's going to be Ahsoka Tana Fulcrum as the other Relic 9. I don't think we're getting more than 3 Relic 9s. Especially with the amount of Relic 8s and other things. I think 3 is a lot for a lot of people in the community. So I think that's what we're going to get. I don't know what the other requirements are going to be. I mean, some obvious ones like bears, things of that nature. You can throw a bunch of names in. The other ones are not, I'm pretty sure Shin will not be a part of it or anything else. The Great Mothers we know will not be a part of it. So it'll be interesting to see what these next round of requirements are. We already know that the 3 new zombie troopers are all part of her initial requirements. So we'll get those this next round and see what it is. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, we could get a lot of news this week, actually, with Shin coming in, the new mercenary stuff, possibly Ahsoka Tano's next round of GL requirements. That could be interesting. Relic 9 Cup incoming. That's what they all say, and I just don't think it's a thing, Jack Daniels, but I appreciate your headspace there, my friend. Wouldn't that be something if it was Relic 9 Cup? Oh, grossy. God. You know me, I'll do it, but I mean, I would not be too fantastically happy about it. Like, ooh, God. Well, we've done some relics in the past for characters and stuff that were like, sometimes you just gotta bite down on the bullet and just take it. You gotta take one for the team there, Jack Daniels. By that I mean your own team, Star Wars Galaxy Heroes team. Mm-hmm. It's not out of the realm of possibilities, but I'm going to say I don't think Relic 9 Cup is necessarily what's going to be coming, Jack Daniels. I don't think that that's the case. I mean, it's mathematically possible. It's always possible. There's always a possibility. It's highly unlikely. I've been wrong before, All right, get your questions in. Remember, this is Jedi Academy. If you have a question, put that in the chat. Make sure you have the word question for your actual question, comment, or statement. And give your greeting. You haven't said hello. I know it's still early morning. We're all waking up. You know, it's a Saturday. It's a weekend. You guys deserve it. You guys are been working really hard, and we appreciate you being here on a Saturday morning. And we're here to answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. So get that in. Fantastic. You're sniffing a lot. It's because of my allergies. This rug. Oh, brutal. We can welcome to everybody on YouTube. Welcome to everybody on Twitch. Glad to have you guys here. Hope you're having just a fantastic Saturday morning. Oh. Got that going. We got that going. All right, so if we're going to get Shin, I'm just going to start thinking out loud in my head here. If we're going to get Shin, that means end of September, most likely. Merrick, right? So that will be what we will have for Balin. Okay. Kitch, welcome to the show. Question says, not including the GM Datacron, where do you think that squats its power level wise? I mean, hold on, let me look at something here. I want to make sure I'm looking at this correctly. When you say GM Datacron, I'm assuming that means Great Mothers. Okay, I just want to make sure because GM could be, yeah, I think they're really strong. They are really strong. The Great Mothers with Morgan Elsbeth, you need the team to go with it. But yeah, they're nasty, man. They are really nasty. That Bless and Doomed and stuff. I think for offense they're really potent. Defense they're a little bit tricky, but manageable. So I don't think they're as strong on defense because you can kind of get around that stuff, especially if with their team they're not the fastest team. I'm working on getting the Great Mothers with their speed and other stuff right now, but depending on the Datacron, and that's the thing that makes them. I know you're not talking about the Datacron, but the Datacron will dictate a lot of stuff of what they can do in GC and TW. Let's say all things are even. I think on defense they're not as strong because the AI does weird stuff and you can get around that and destroy them quite easily. I think on offense though they're very potent. They are so good, man. I think Arnold did some testing where he was just obliterating stuff with them, and it makes total sense because they're just that damn good. I think it's a really, really good team. I think it's an upgrade to the other Night Sisters, and it's nice because it gives you two Night Sister teams, and I think it's actually really, it's such a contrast to the Plague stuff that goes on with the other set of Night Sisters. That's more about just over time. I think the Night Sisters needed something that could give them a little oomph, if that makes sense. And I think the Great Mothers, along with Morgan Elsbeth, they're really good, man. I mean, that combination, I've gone into just different battles, whether it's in different things, and just put on auto, see what happens on offense versus defense. They are something else. They are really something else, man. They just go. I mean, that laser start flying. Morgan's just one-shotting stuff. It's insane. So I think they're really good. I don't think they're over dominating, but I think they're really good. I'm impressed with the Great Mother team. I really am. I think they're really good. No, they will be definitely punching up in weight because of their Datacron and GC and TW. But outside of that, no, they're really good. That team concept is really good too. Makes them a pain in the ass to kill. Now, if you kill them, they can't, you don't get the revive stuff like you do with the other Night Sisters, but they don't need it, man. I mean, Jesus. They hit hard, man. There's something else to behold. Shay, you tell me if I'm crazy. I think the Great Mothers are really good, along with all the with Morgan, and then with the new team with the other Night Sisters, because you're throwing Spirit and Acolyte and stuff in there, and it actually makes the team really really good. It's like wow. I was, sometimes you get these characters, but I think with the Great Mothers, along with Morgan and stuff, especially the Great Mothers, it's not your typical marquee. It's like almost like like they said, it's like almost like a legendary event. That's why it was structured the way it was. Just you can still get it the way you could normally, but yeah, it was like wow. I mean, I knew they were going to be good. I didn't think they were going to be this good, and I think they're going to be a really solid team moving forward. It just gives you another thing that's really going to give you some flexibility on some teams on offense. We're still figuring that out there, Kitch, but I mean, yeah. I mean, they're brand new. We just got them. 3v3 just started, so yeah. Well, let's wait to see, and because we get a better sense of this after the Datacron goes away, and we just use it like say a random Datacron on it, and other things. But like Bo, for instance, Bo is still just destroying. I mean, we took out JMK again last night with Bo. I mean, she is such a good team. I don't think the Great Mothers. You guys can tell me what you think. I don't think she's on the level of that kind of level where she's taking on Lord Vader and JMK and stuff. But I think it's right below it, and I think it's really good. Well, we do need some more information there, Kitch. So, we'll keep playing with them and seeing what's going on, and how it goes. So, yeah. Hey, Michael W. Huntington the Third of His Majesty's Secret Gaming Service this afternoon, Skippers. Good afternoon, old boy. Good to see you here. Mary J. Says my girl looks good. Can't wait for Shin. Yep, she is the next character. Again, it's like 2 a.m. or something. Whenever it was, Mary J. We were all knocked out and zonked out. We had a puzzle and got it figured out. So that's really cool. So yeah, Shin will be the next marquee. She will be the next thing we roll for. She will be the next thing that we go for and do. So prepare for Swevens, everyone. I will be rolling Swevens on Thursday. Yeah, I think so, Mike. I don't know what you're experiencing with them, and I have them at Relic 5. I don't even have them Relic 7 yet. I think they're really good. They definitely hold their own with Gungans. We know Gungans are pretty good. They're not overpowered. Stuff can beat it, especially on defense. And it's limited, right? But like the Gungans are too. You're not gonna take the Gungans against everything, I think they're yeah, same level as Gungans. It's a different kind of team that does different kind of tactics, but I think it's really good. Yeah, let me know in the chat what you think. If you have the Great Mothers, are you using them? What do you think? How they are? I've got mine on defense just because of the cron, and it's a pretty much a pain in the ass to deal with in threes. Hey, hungry like the wolf. How was your stream last night? What time did you go to bed? Have you gone to bed, Wolf? Are you still doing your GAC? Yes, I think to press Swamp, we said you have to. If you're gonna get Shin, you gotta get Balin. But yeah, Mary J. He's excited. It's Shin. It's girl. Shin, or as Whittle 73 said, Shin Hate. So yeah, we got announced on the Shin, and that was the question I had because last week we were like, because we had the information on Shin and Merrick, but they didn't look like they were even close to the way they put it. They weren't close to having them announced. Like, are we gonna get maybe Hugh Yang and Sabine in the next round, and then October would be Shin and Merrick, kind of Halloweeny thing? No, they're actually we're much closer done with her and him than we thought. So makes sense. It'd be interesting your thoughts, Wolfie, and like. Do we still think we're getting the Balin event because we know Ahsoka's not coming till early as mid-November because of Ezra? Do we think they put off and still have the December legacy events like they've done in the last few years, and that's going to be Balin and give people a little bit more time to get those characters farmed up for that, since it's going to be one of those like every month or 3 months or 7 months whenever he comes back again? Or do you think we're going to get it sometime I'm just thinking like sometime in October, because we really won't have, unless we're just going to get more marquees for her for GL Ahsoka, which I still think we're getting Hugh Yang and you know, Padawan Sabine, green lightsaber, all that good stuff from the show. I think those are going to be the final two characters for Ahsoka. I don't know, man. I still thought I was with Carth and all this all the time, but I'm like, well, if they're releasing the characters now, are they going to just wait then to release the events until December? Because we're going to get GL Ahsoka for sure November. Do you go before that or after that? I don't know. Be interesting. What do you guys think? I keep wanting to change my mind and sticking to my story, but I just was like, do I need to change my mind with this new data coming in and percolating in my brain? Hello, Rambam. Ginger cream in your coffee? Hey. Goddamn right. I haven't looked at all the details on it yet. Yeah, it's Merrick, right? Yeah, it's Merrick, right? So that'll be 4 for the event. If they add Thrawn, that'll be 5. Great Mothers, Morgan Elsbeth, Shin, and Merrick. They would all have to be Relic 7, most likely. I would be shocked if they said one of these next two did not need to be Relic 7 like the last two. So that would give us 4, and I think we've had Forge for characters and stuff in the past. I mean, it makes sense, right? So we get Shin and Merrick, and then sometime in October we get Balin. And then we start getting a couple marquees for Ahsoka. I'm just trying to figure out the cadence and the gaps and the things that we've got. Because if sometime in mid-November or down, the end of November is Ahsoka, we've got basically it gives us 3 months of stuff coming. Well, 2.5 months. We know Shin, and in the end of this month we probably get Merrick. What are we doing for October? We've got that ship coming out, but that's just a galactic chase. I don't think that's really going to be much. When do we get Balin's event? Is it going to be October or December? That's the thing. Yeah, I agree. I know, right? Do you think the marquee? Okay, so let's say Ahsoka next week, 2 weeks from that, end of September. Then we're on countdown, right, for the next event. It could be maybe they release one of the light side characters, like a Sabine or Hihang. I think that's a good possibility, Wolf. Where you get like they've done before, this one for this, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. Maybe that's what they do, and then that pushes Balin into December after Ahsoka's release. Because once Ahsoka comes out, she's out. It's not like it's not like a legendary event, right? Where it's like, well, if you don't get them the first time, you could be like Grand Inquisitor and wait 9 months, or you could be like Jedi Cal, or it could be Bo, where it was released every month for like the first 3 or 4 months. So you're running the gambit on that. They could do that. I didn't even think about that, Wolf, where it's like, okay, we get Shin, then say we get a Huyang or a Sabine, right? Then we get Merrick, and then we get the last one going into GL Ahsoka. That could be the case. That is interesting, because that would kind of line up a little bit better the way you're putting it, like every other event character. Yeah, that could work, actually. Something in between. They do the galactic chase with the ship to try to make us use our crystals. I don't know about you, Wolfie, and the rest of the content creators watching right now. I ain't going hard after that ship. I'm sorry. I'm staying on target. I got Balin and Ahsoka that I have been busting my ass for doing these marquees and stuff. I am not changing my tune. Yeah, right? They got to keep the pressure up to make people well. Yeah, and I think it's a reasonable whaling. I mean, depending where you're at, someone asked me the other day, what does it cost for a new marquee? I said, well, it depends on where you're at in the game, how you're doing in GAC. Are you getting all your crystals that you can? What are you farming? Are you having to use your crystals for energy and things of that nature for new characters? Typically, it's between $50 and $150. But that is light speed years ahead of where we were before. Most of you that are watching know about the the dark times, where $300 to $400 was the average. So yeah, I think people are getting these characters higher, maybe not all the way, but getting them into a much better spot as we move forward with these things. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And honestly, they must be making some good profit of doing this new marquee system, because they wouldn't keep doing it if it was not working to their advantage. I mean, money talks, bullshit walks. So, oh, hey there, bots. We're just talking about the new Shin. We're talking about the new marquee system and spending money there, bots. Just fantastic stuff. Trying to figure out, me and Wolf here trying to use our brains on what we think the release cadence and stuff is going to be, since we got Shin announced last night at 2 a.m. Oh, well, I was dead to the world. Oh my god, I was dead. We got done with Scribble stream. I'm like, I'm going to sleepy. I'm tired. My brain going all kind of places now. Oh my god. I think that could be the place. Shin. Let's say we get a soak requirement at the end of September. Then we get Merrick 2 weeks after that. Would be what, mid-October? Roughly. Then 2 weeks after that, we get the next character. That's end of October. Beginning of November, and that week we'll start Conquest and getting ready for GL Ahsoka. We still might get Balin in December. It could be a thing. Baby Yoda Eye says Meathead is really in Japan to place clues for a future puzzle. He's not actually on vacation. You're not wrong. It could be. Yeah, when that puzzle when we had where was Geo, man, Crumb really went out of his way on that one. It's like, holy God. Yeah, the puzzle's for the puzzle people. I am puzzled out. Crumb broke me of the puzzle solving years ago with all the stuff that we did with Crumb and all this stuff with all these puzzles. And I would do his streams. We would help, when I was, raising money for charity and stuff. And he would play these ridiculous games. It was just like, oh my God. Did they not even care, Wolf? Yeah. Working on conclusion for the future. Shaka. Hello, Shaka when the walls fell. Oh, I'm sure that's, hopefully that's not the, yeah, I've got 2 more teams to clear. We dropped some battles, but yeah. On Scribe stream last night, it was such a mismatch on the ships. He went in there and scored a 77, a 78, and just for shits and giggles, we went for a 79, and I'll be damned if he got it. It was ridiculous. They really need to fix that matchmaking. Although it was goofy and fun to try that stuff, it just no way that barely 4 million GP should ever in any insane world be facing Karst account. I was like, oh my God, we were doing ridiculous stuff. It was all solos, pretty much doing stuff with ships and things, because like, oh my God. Desi Jingle Schnarr says, good morning, everyone. Work calls got me distracted. That's all right, Desi Jingle Schnarr. We're just glad to have you here with your gingerbread flavored coffee. And that's what matters, Desi Jingle. All right. So keep getting your questions in and stuff. We'll go for a while longer here on the Jedi Academy. Again, slow week this week, but keep your questions in. Good questions, good stuff, good information. We're here for you. Did you ever do a puzzle pint, drink, and fail to solve really complex puzzles? Yeah, we would do some drinking games on that. You got to go make another cup of espresso. Okay, there you go. There you go. Do me a favor too. Follow all these other great content creators that are in the chat, like the Wolf and other folks. There are hardworking cow folks out there, and you know it really does make a difference, guys. When we raid into another person, and especially if they're newer, just show a little support. You don't have to do anything else. Just hit the follow, watch a little bit of their stuff. That helps them. We like doing that here. Make sure you guys check all that stuff out. So we'll do Jedi Academy this morning, then I'll have my break. I got to get some stuff ready for tonight. I'll be back tonight, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, for some Dungeons and Dragons. But yeah, if you have a question, put that in the chat. Make sure you put the word question for an extra question, comment, or statement. It could be anything from what we're seeing in 3v3. It could be anything about the teams, all that stuff. Feel free. I got to finish Conquest today too. The raid just kicked off. It's like, good God, it's always something. What are the events for today? I didn't even look. I haven't even looked at what's going on in the game right now. Oh my goodness. Bonus for I'm Pyral Troopers. Well, that looks fun. I'll deal with that. Not today. We have Daring Droid. That's going on. We got the Mythic event. We've got Military Might. Oh, that's just Sim. Okay. Well, let me just get my free stuff. Oh, thank you. I like free stuff. Give me that Sim. Sim me up. Sim me up. Give me all that stuff I need. I needs it, precious. Higher attacks. Those are always important. Good. Standard Veers team will beat all but the undersized easily. Okay. Good to know. So just, okay. I don't have to go crazy with this. Cool. I've been having a lot of fun though in Conquest, doing all the, you have to have them at the right level, but really fun to use the Night Trooper team in there with Enoch and stuff, because you just go in with the other, whether it's Stormtrooper, Death Trooper, pilot, doesn't matter. Just seeing them die over and over and the green eyes come in, man. It's such a small thing, but it's such a fun thing. Like, I just kind of think of myself like the AI just looking at this like, why won't you die? You did undersized with Veers as well? Okay. We'll knock that out. Good information. How do you guys think about these feats and conquests? I mean, for me, it didn't really bother me that much. But then again, I was looking at some of these, a lot of the boss fights and stuff that required, like Queen Amidala and the full Gungans and all this stuff. And then you get all the Night Trooper stuff and Morgan Elsbeth with those everywhere. Seemed like it was really, it just seemed a little bit more heavier on the newer stuff, that if you're not a player caught up that's doing conquest and can clear it, at least that made it really, the feats seem a little tough. I mean, some were not hard, just win with like Acolyte in your squad surviving, that's not crazy. Like the 35 kills with Morgan Elsbeth, I'm like, ew, gross. Whenever I see the unside feats, I feel compelled. Yeah, I know, right? He's so good. I love Bane. He's one of the better the characters that have come out. Oh God, he's so much fun. I don't know who I have fun more using, Bane or Bo, man. I gotta say, man, I love me some Bane, but when Bo gets in there and just smacks that ass, man, it's so much fun, man. When you kick the shit out of Lord Vader, James K with her, it's like, God almighty. I feel so happy right now. For as simple like the last batch, even videos still recreating awake. Yeah. I've got a few boss fights to clean up today, and then I'm like 2 more feats, I think in sector 3, and then I'm done. What do I gotta do? I can do the retaliate one and just win with Night Sister Acolyte surviving, and then I'm pretty much done. Yeah. I finished those 2 today. Once those are done, then I'm done. That's 6:30, red crate. Done. So I'll get that done today. Today or tomorrow. Whether I get red crate today or tomorrow, it doesn't really matter. Or Monday, it doesn't. I've been more concerned about just getting Datacron materials so we can roll some stuff on Monday. So I've been kind of hoarding. I've done a few feats, and then I'll just take the rest of my time, energy, and stuff, and then go pop Datacron stuff. We do have some more to roll there. My trusty Sith accountant data keeper. Okay. So yeah, get your questions in, comments and stuff. Just chilling on a Saturday. Chilling on a Saturday morning. Drinking some coffee myself. Allergies are kicking me straight up. Kick my ass. Mm-hmm. Doing a little shopping right now in game since I'm in game now. Give me my stuff. Was the Banecron active last 3v3? Yeah, yes, it was. That was the end of the Banecron era on the last 3v3. I believe, right? But he's still really good. Like who did we use it on last night? Queen Amidala. I mean, Banecron with DI and those three, and went in and Bane did Bane things. He's still really good. I mean, the Gungans are fine. They're fun. But the recent characters, man. And I'm having a lot of fun with the Great Mothers, don't get me wrong. But, man, they really knocked it out of the park with Bane and Bo, man. Two really fun teams and characters. They're so different, but still quite effective in their just nastiness, man. They just get in there and tear, man. And it's so good because you're like, who do I want to use these guys on? And that's really something nice to have. It's so good, man. So good. It's just so good. Which, whatever one's your favorite, you're not going to get any argument from me. Like, I like Bane better. That's totally fine. Understandable. If you stay, not 2% works for me. Like, I get it. I get it. One thing I do have to do, looking at my datacrons, I've got to get some more with some high armor penetration. That Tankron on Jabba with JMK is, whether it's grit or the other one's brutal. Ranger, give me the time stone. Let's watch Secret Wars and Doomsday already. The anticipation killing me. Well, anticipation makes it better, man. When you finally get it, then you can rock and roll and be like, yes, yes. Finally, it's here. Yes. You'll just be happier for it. Anticipation makes it better. Okay. Keep your questions coming in. Good comments, good questions. Got the Shin stuff, everything. So we know that'll be next week. So you can watch me and Wolfie and everybody else roll. I don't know. Wolfie will not probably roll a lot of Swevens. I do roll a lot of Swevens. Ram and all of them will not roll Swev. I get the Swevens. Maybe that's the way it is. I roll all the Swevens so those other content creators don't have to roll the Swevens, right? They get the good rolls and I have to spend. I'm the one that just beats my head against the wall. It's been like that for 9 years. I think we've kind of gotten to our lanes on, who deserves like the nice things. I think it's been decided that I do not deserve the nice thing, so it is what it is. One day, Linky's still of the belief, our good friend Linky of the channel, that I will roll two things one day before this game is said and done. A 30 speed non-arrow mod, and I will get a 330 pool on one of these characters. It hasn't happened either in all this time that I've been playing SWGOH. Not from lack of effort, not from lack of participation or going for it, but yeah. God bless him. He thinks that that's going to happen, but we know the Illuminati. It's been discussed. They do have the dial. They do hit me with it, so yeah. So yeah, get your questions in. And while we're doing this, I might as well just sit here and get kills with Acolyte in the team. I am working on getting that team to Relic 3. We shouldn't come in and I'll delay it a little bit for TW. We'll wait till TW afterwards. But I mean, and I don't need till 5s. But I did take Spirit and what's her nuts to Relic 0. I already had him gear 12, so I was like, I might as well get him ready to go to Relic 3. Once I get Shin up and running, then we'll go in and go pop. I think it's the Acolyte. The Acolyte? Right here. Yeah, it's nice to see Acolyte. I took Talia and Spirit to Relic 0 for the moment, and then we'll do the rest. G-Dab, hey, what's up, bot? Says, I got screwed with this GAC, took SLKR against a SWGOH lead Star Killer and Shock team, and got wrecked by the double Star Destroyer cheese from Star Killer. Oh. Yeah, I could see that happening because, I don't, yeah, SLKR seems a bad matchup against that, but again, sometimes you have to go with what you got, right? Because you can't get past SWGOH with him. You're trying to get mastery going, but yeah, the double Star Destroyer, that's rough, bro. I got a little greedy with my SLKR last night. We were trying to go for the full 100%, full 100%. That was at 89 or 90, whatever it was. I took one more turn against Leia. We'd already killed R2. I'm like, I'm going to go for 100, man. They had that double attack Kron on. And I thought, he took us some protection and health, man. They double tapped him. Just seemed to hit him at the right time, and he went poof. And I was like, oh, man. I learned a valuable lesson. Don't be greedy, Ranger. Play it safe. Yeah, really nice SWGOH with it against SLKR can hold him back. And if that's the team they were running, that's, yeah. Lots of cleanse, heals, offense, hitting back, and then it's going to make Star Killer hit back. Yeah. That's a tough fight for SLKR. Especially against a Relic 9 SWGOH. Yeah, you just can't get past that. It happens. Let me check what happened with JC. Okay, our opponent continued their attack. Our good friend 501st Trooper. And shout out to 501st Trooper last night and his guild that were watching us over on YouTube. The Dark Force Separatists. Have you not finished? What is going on here? Oh no, they got stuck on Leia and Jabba. Oh no. Oh no. 1A. 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 I still got 2 teams left, but I don't think we're going to have any problems with it. So, yeah, I can go in there and kill them quite easily. 1A. Well, hopefully we can get past that. I'd like to see him win, but if you can't, that's understandable. What was the other thing last night? We did SLK versus Leia. It works. I just got greedy. What was our other drop? Wasn't ships. We did well in ships. Leia, we had 2 because I was a greedy butthole. And then I think we had one up top that we tried. Dash. Oh, we did Sealess Han and Chewie, and that one. Yeah, it was a 2-shot. Just wanted to try it out with that Kron that they had just to see how it played because we had a little bit of a room there. It was not the play. No, I'm just telling you what happened. What else in 3? I'm not sharing my screen right now. I'm just telling you what happened last night. I'm sharing the experience there. What else 73? What happened? I can share my screen later. Okay. Let me look here. Yeah, get your questions in. Go for a little while longer here on the Jedi Academy. Make sure if you have a question, you put that in there. Put the word question for any extra question, comment, or statement. Whatever's on your mind about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. This is what we do on Saturday morning. We drink coffee or whatever we're drinking. Some of you, it's later in the afternoon or evening, so you're maybe enjoying a nice pint or a drink of some delicious beverage. Whatever makes you happy, you deserve it. Working hard all week. So yeah, get your questions, comments, all that stuff in, and we will get those in. So I need to do, what do I need to do here? Retaliate. Probably watching videos I can do these long. I mean, Night Sister Acolyte Surviving is just 15 battles of Night Sister. Win with the full squad of Geos. No, thank you. We do that. That puts me 627. Then I do the boss fight, and then I'll be done. Okay, cool. Pretty sure the Retaliate feat is Gungans, right? Am I on crack on that? It is. Okay. Probably find a Geo one. Could go against Radis. Oh, yeah, we have a Scarecrow Pathfinder. We can just leave up and running in there. Yeah. I'm assuming you just want to attack the mini boss on that. Yeah, it is annoying to get because it's his one ability. Gives I think he's the only one that gets it, right? Let's pull up his kit and see. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. Phalanx. And it's, let's see. Yeah, so when you raised a shield, he gets retaliate for two turns. So yeah, they're pretty good. The Rogue One's crons are really good. The Cassie one is really fantastic. G-Dub, really good. I mean KTSO is not bad either. It does let the Rogue One team punch up a little bit. Yeah, so that's annoying. So you got to do that. Get that 15 times. There's got to be a way to cheese that shit. I'm going to have to go watch a video because I don't want to have to do 13 fights just to get retaliate. But I think if you can get Scarecrow with Pathfinder, the problem is the Gungans do with their basics and stuff will get rid of buffs and stuff. So I just, one of those things. Yeah, I'll have to go look at that after we get done here, Jack Daniels, because I don't want to yucky poo poo diarrhea. That's Morgan Elsbeth. Yeah. Gain alert 20 times. Oh, that's another Gungan one. That's another Gungan feat. A lot of Gungans and Morgan Elsbeth stuff in Night Sisters. Yeah. Win 10 battles, Morgan surviving. Gain decay 50 times. Like, God. Ray with 4 Gungans has Rambam for retaliate and put on a DCS buff. Oh, really? Deployable cooling. Oh, yeah. You know, that makes sense. Okay, that's what makes sense. I do have the deployable cooling system. Nice. Nice. And your question, in the requirements of every GL, we've had a bad tune. What bad tune will we force to relic for GL Ahsoka Tano Jedi Guardian? I don't know. I mean, the characters we've talked about have been at least decent tunes we talked about for Journey Guide character for Ahsoka. I mean, so far they've not been bad, right? But he is right. We always get that one where like, ew. We know Sokatana Fulcrum will be 1. I'm pretty sure Snip Starfighter will be 1. So that leaves, 6 more we got to figure out. We know Barris will probably be 1. We've already got Asajj. We got the new stuff in the first 2 requirements. Yeah, I get the deployable cooling system there. Got it. versus a Droideka. Okay. Okay. Possibly Cup could be in there. I mean, it's possible. I don't think it's gonna be Relic 9, but wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I mean, Barris makes a lot of sense. You know, maybe Zeb, that could be a thing. It could be more of the Phoenix at relics that they throw in there, like the current Sabine or Hera or Kanan or Ezra. Those could go in there. Paris and Plo, relic 5 to 7. That makes sense, right? I'm just trying to think. I mean, if Zeb was a requirement, that would be not the worst thing. It's not great, but it's not as bad as some of the other ones. I don't think that'll be as bad. Hmm. There's another ship, Sokatana Fulcrum. That leaves 6. So say Plo and Bears, that leaves 4. Could see a bunch of the Phoenix popping in there. I mean, we already got Ezra Bridger in there, right? So if they brought Ezra, why wouldn't they bring some more of the crew in, right? I could see Zeb, yeah, maybe Zeb, Hera, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that could make sense. Probably high relics on them. Old Man Rex could be one. That's a possibility, right? The Bears Plo, Old Man Rex, Hera, maybe Cup. I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe most too. I don't know how the rest of the content creators in here and watching right now think about it, but I think we're getting Hu Yang for sure. I still think we're going to get a Sabine Padawan version to give her 4 total for a team. So Ezra the Lifter, Hu Yang, Sabine, and then the 5th one can be an optional character like they've done like with Jabba and stuff like that. It's kind of where I'm thinking on it. I don't think they'll be required for her. They could possibly be because we already have what 1, 2, 3. We could get one more of them required for Sokatano. Um, but this GL is starting to become very pricey about what her requirements are. I mean, if we get Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, which we're going to assume we will, that will need to be Relic 9. That's 3 Relic 9s. That's a lot. Yeah, it's at Relic 8. What else? 3 says OG Rex. Most players have it at Relic 5. Somebody that Relic 6 or 7 first up. It could be OG Rex. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. What else? 73. I mean, Rex makes sense. Some of the Phoenix makes sense. Barris makes sense. Plo makes sense, right? These make sense that they be the other requirements. Unless they add it like the new marquee, 1 or 2 more, and then make one of them an additional requirement for her. We'll see. These are all good observations and possibilities. I don't know which one's going to be which. Again, we're just speculating here what it could be. We should get some this week. I'd be surprised if we didn't get any more requirements. Like the next round of requirements, I think we're going to get some next week because it's going to be a big week of news. Obviously with the Shin stuff coming in, we got the new mercenary stuff. It wouldn't shock me if they put a post out with everything and said, "Hey, the next requirements for Ahsoka are out," because it's been a while, right? Three weeks since we had some, 2 3 weeks. Anybody else has any thoughts on GL Ahsoka requirements? By all means. It's going to be a couple crazy little months of information, getting things in place. Jack Dino's cup makes sense and will never make sense as a requirement for anything else. Possibly. I mean, I don't even have mine relic. Not that it would be a problem to take that character up. I could do it instantly to relic 0. So we'll see. You know, and we'll do like we always do. We'll get the information. We'll adapt. We'll do what we need to do. And Wolf brought up for the release cadence that maybe we get like a Shin, and maybe a light side requirement for GL Ahsoka for the next round of requirements. Maybe we get, it takes a couple weeks to get it, the next round of requirements. Then Merrick, then the final piece for Ahsoka coming in. Could be a thing. She's not coming in until earliest mid-November, so most likely mid-November to end of November we'll get Ahsoka in the game. So yeah. And they've released marquees right before the GL came out, which is fine because the GL, once it comes in, it's not like a legendary. It's in, and then you just have to get the character up and running. Now, I'm saying we're getting one more Relic 9 with the Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum. Do we think there's going to be 4 Relic 9s? Someone asked me that the other day. I was like, I don't know about 4 Relic 9s. That's crazy. 4 Relic 9s for a new GL. I think they did, what, 3 Relic 8s for Lord Vader? That just made me think if they're going to up it up, it'd be 3 Relic 9s at the most. I can't see them doing 4. Well, I could see them doing 4 Relic 9. That seems excessive as hell. Not so much for me and where I'm at, but if she's a tank and she's going to be coming to the game, that means you'll need not only the 4 Relic 9s for her requirements, you're going to want to take her to Relic 9. Because she is a GL tank. So, good lord, that's 5 Relic 9s. Yeah. That's a lot of Relic 9s. I know, it's got me paranoid, so I've been sitting here farming this shit out of Relic 8 and 9 again. It's like, make sure I've got enough for the Marquise and for her. Yes. With that crap. Oh my. The one, give me Relic worth 3. Yeah, possibly. I think we're going to get a gimme Relic 3. That'd be nice. You just, I mean, this seems to be what's going to happen forward. GLs are going to get increasingly more costly, I would guess. Well, it makes sense over time, but that costly? Good lord. Yeah, that makes sense too, G-Dub. It's not that they have them, it's just the amount of Relic 9s. I think one more Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum is plenty. That's 3 Relic 9s. That's a lot for most players to have to do. Yeah, I just got a few more. I'll have 4 ready to go. Go do this next raid, which I have to go do. Then I gotta go farm some more Zimbiddles. Yay. And they have $4 packs this week for higher relics or fattening this up. Oh, really? Oh, goody. Who doesn't like to get fattened up? Chirotac salvage bundle. Oh, okay. They do have that in there. Look at that. 474 discounted 5%. You get some of those and some biddles. You get those. You get 4 days and something on those. Yes. Yes. The gamble pack. It's not bad for now. So. Dark side couldn't see it. 70. I am not intending for you to see the screen. They're talking about the bundles, so I'm just looking at them in the game. So, what else they brought up? So, let me go look at them. Okay, I didn't even think that those are. Oh, you got the four set, the four. They got the speed ones again in there. The mods. Not bad for 474. Not bad. Yeah, they are trying to fatten us up. You're right. Well, 73. Jack Daniel's question: how do you farm high-end relic materials? I need electrums and biddles and impulse detectors. Which to farm gear for and which to spend in raid currency on? All okay. So the way I do it is certain things I get for certain like it characters always first. If you're still working on characters, that's a priority. You always want to get characters first, then you can go to gear. If you're at that point where you've got a certain farm, then yeah. Now guild currency, raid currency, yes, there's characters. I think you go gear with that. Typically for the just the regular guild tokens, I'm mainly buying MK2 pulse modulators. You can use for other gear, but I mean, those are the things because I'm always slicing and doing mods and new characters. I need those all the time. They're really hard to farm. The drop rate is really bad for them when you use your mod energy. So yeah, I'll check it out, Mary J. Now for the MK3 raid tokens, I base off. It's three things. It's Zimbiddles, it's impulse detectors, it's girded keypads. So I'll go after each raid. I'll for raid or two, I'll have like I'm just doing girded keypad and impulse detectors. Because I'll make an assessment, Jack Daniels, on like I'm looking at the GL Ahsoka requirements. Like, what do I need to have the requirements for 8 and 9 on those characters and 7 for those specific pieces? And Biddles, impulse detectors, girded keypads. So I need 5 more girded keypads and 4 more impulse detectors to have 4 relic 9s. 3 that I know are going to be as a requirement because I'm assuming Ahsoka Tana Fulcrum is going to be one, and then having one ready for the actual GL when she comes out. Now, once I get that squared away, and I've been working on those for the last 2 raids, I'm almost done. Then I'll go back to working on some Biddle cards. Electric conductors, I get a little bit easier in other places. So sometimes I'll work on those with my MK3, but sometimes it's mainly some Biddles. Do not do rhodium heat sinks or any of that other crap. You confirm that in other ways. For the next level, right? The next one down, MK2s, it's specific pieces. What do I have? What do I need? What am I missing? I try to keep stuff where I'm hoarding, and since I'm not going hard after a bunch of characters, and I'm mainly focused on one. I if I get all my pieces to 150, then the next thing is I'm gonna get all my pieces to 200. And if I have all my pieces to 200, then I'm gonna take them all to 250 and just let that build and accumulate. It's been a little bit harder lately because of all the new marquees that have been coming in. So certain pieces get tagged more than others. If that's the case, then I'll go in and then just farm those specifically. Like if I use like this, I used a bunch of MK12 Armortech Datapad prototype salvage. I'm down to 40. Everything else is above 150, 200, 250, right, on what I have available. But those got obliterated, plus the other piece that goes with it, the purple piece. So I'm like, oh, that's rough. So I'm like, I got to go farm those 2 specific things. So I'll usually see which one I'm low on and then build that back up to the level that the other ones are. Do another marquee, see what I'm missing, and just use that specific raid currency on that. Then for the MK1, the raid tokens, it's a lot of times it's shower drains for me or the blue 7 blast tech weapon mod mainly. But if I've got a decent amount of those, which I do right now, I'll look at all the pieces that I have because you're going to need some of these pieces for characters and stuff. I try to keep them all above 1,000. I'll scroll down to the very bottom, see what's going on. What am I missing? I could use some of those, get that higher to 1,000, just so I have that hoard in there. So it's dictated by what I've used recently, what am I low on. For some of this, it's the other stuff, like I said, for the MK3, build up my relic 8 and 9 to where I've got a comfortable position to where, like, if we have to do 3 new characters at relic 9 and then the GL, what do I need? That's 4 relic 9s. That means I need 100 you double that because it's like doing 2 relic 8s. That means I need 100, and if it's it's like, okay, I got to double that for the amount of, it takes 80 Gyarados. I'm gonna need to add 160 of the of the impulse detectors, right? Because it's a double tap. I'll build that up, and then once that's done, I'm like, okay, that's where I need it for where the current characters and stuff I'm working on. So then where am I going to go next? Well, I need some more Zimbittles, so let's get those built up, and you just go through there for that. That's how I build up my stuff and keep my stuff in my inventory based, for characters and things. I think if you stay focused on just what you're working on and let the other stuff build up, you'll get stuff from events and things of that nature. But from doing TW and the TB and all that other stuff, just anytime you see something get low, build it back up. Focus on that with all your resources from the raid. It's easier said than done, but that's kind of how I go approach doing it, Jack Daniels. I hope that makes sense to you. G-Dub says, I think that's why it's so important to have assault battle teams getting through CT3. You get a lot of relic materials to free up your currency or high relic. You get some there, like today, you get a few pieces. You got that Obi-Wan event and stuff like that, but it really comes down to where are you putting your raid resources. But I'm always looking at what did I just use, what am I low on, and then I'll bring that back up to the levels that the other ones are. And then if I go get those up and then I pop something else, then I'll switch to that, whether it's purple piece. I mean, usually for my ship energy, I don't have anything to farm. So I'm farming, whichever is the lowest for right now, in Fleet Battle 5, it's I'm farming Nubian security scanners. Once I get those back to where I had them before, then I'll go back to getting med packs, salvage. It goes in cycles of what I need, what did I just use a bunch of, and trying to get those back to the levels I had them before. Because you need a ton of them, and anytime you do a new character, certain ones they just focus on certain ones that you just eat a ton of them up, and then you're like forming that up. Then when you finally get them up, oh, there's the new marquee. It's the other stuff that they just gobbledygooked up. You're like, well, I got to start building that back up again, because you don't want to be caught where if you keep farming enough and you're consistent with it enough, you can just, it's more about, I just took a bunch of these med packs and stuff up. I don't have a lot. Let me just use my resources toward that and build those up again, and then wait, see what the next marquee is going to require, and character require. So yeah, it's just long-term planning, short-term planning. Short-term, what I need to fix, but long-term, what's coming out? What do I need to do? What can I use these different pieces for different stuff? Yeah, there's always going to be some kind of stash that gets hit there, Jack Daniels. You know me, I'm a huge hoarder and stash guy that has his stuff up and running, but until you get the requirements for the character, for the gear and stuff, you don't know what's going to get hit. Pretty much, just keep your gobbledygook in a high level so you don't get worried about a character. And the thing that always gets me when I'm doing a new marquee is just the greens. But I mean, that's just some energy. Like, oh, I'm missing some of these level 6 and 7 pieces. Oh yeah, mainly because I've been doing salvage with that, so I never have those because I'm constantly doing bronzing and stuff like that. But yeah, there's always going to be a piece that catches you off guard. But if you keep your stocks up and running, if you're just being focused on just the characters you have, the other stuff will naturally build up over time, and you can stay on top of it. It's an endless cycle, though. I mean, G-Dubs is it's just an endless cycle. But I don't worry about it. It's like, okay, keep my stocks up really well. So if I do get crushed on something specific, hey, I've got it for the character. I don't have any more, but I can just mainly focus on building that back up for the next round of stuff. And it's really important to stay on top of that. But just, look at what you have. What do you need? What do you got upcoming? What are you going to be relicking? Okay, make sure you have all that in place before you make the big push. And then say, okay, and your other pieces, what are you missing? Get those up, because you never know when that next character comes up. You could have all the med pad salvage in the world, But you can be missing all those Nubian tech and be like, oh no. Well, nobody knows mod swagness better than I do, G-Dub. I mean, let's just be real about it, homie. Let's be straight up with it, G-Dub. And it's so funny. Every time I roll on a stream, once in a blue moon, we'll hit a really nice mod. You know, when I'm off stream, it's the reason I have so many mods is I roll them off stream too. You know, in the late afternoon, I always do my second round of mod stuff. I'm like, of course I'm hitting speed. Of course I'm hitting all this stuff when I'm not streaming. Of course. They can't see me. I'm able to get nice things when they're not watching me. But you're going to constantly always be working on mods. You're going to constantly just replenishing your gear stores and stuff like that. So yeah. I think they just like, well, when he's on stream, we're not going to let him be happy and have happy moments. When he's off stream, we don't care because who's there to enjoy it? It's like, oh God. Oh God. All right. Go a little bit while longer here. Good conversations, good questions. Thank you, Jack James, for the question. Fantastic. 501st just let me know. Says, I had a great time last night. Thank you. Your crons got me in the top zone. Congrats and good luck next round. Let me respond back to our 501st homie. Okay. Yeah, we'll go for, I don't know, 10, 15 more minutes. And so if you have any questions, just get those in and we'll get those answered to the best of our ability. It looks like we are going to win our GAC. So, you know, they got stuck on our lay-in Jabacrons, unfortunately. We had to two-shot both of them. One is because I was an idiot, too. It's because, good Lord, I got to get some armor penetration on these mods. Especially for next week, because those tank crons are not going away. God, they're vicious. You're sitting there hitting them like, I'm hitting them for 4,000 damage. Fantastic. It's fantastic. And then remember tonight, I'll be back for some Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. Satan's game. So that'll be a lot of fun. And do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that stuff on YouTube. Get those bell notifications if you like the content. And hit the follow over on Twitch. I'll be spending the afternoon finishing up Conquest, doing the raid, doing all that crap. Then getting ready for D&D. Got some errands to run, of course. It's been raining cats and dogs here because of that tropical depression, so it's very moist outside. Depressed Swamp says, I'm excited. I'm finally free to catch a D&D stream. It'll be my first. We're glad to have you here, Depressed Swamp. It's been a lot of fun. Of course, I am your dungeon master. And we've got 5 players, and it's a lot of fun. So, yeah. Glad to have you there, Depressed Swamp. I'm glad to have anybody that wants to come watch the D&D. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. You can also have, if you're looking for other D&D experience, I've been doing the Baldur's Gate 3 journey. with myself and the beautiful goddess Ouchie Dumpling. And we're just getting started in Shadowlands in Chapter 2. Doing pretty well, I think. Ouchie tries to get me in trouble a lot, but we're doing quite well. It's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. And what I'd like to do when we get done with this, do another campaign, maybe get the Wolf, he would be so kind, and some others playing 4-man. That'd be a lot of fun. Run some mods. Wolf and Alchie know the mods better than I do, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that works in that game, GW. Just wish I had a PC. I definitely play. I'm just a console play. I don't know how that works. If you can join a game if you're on console, I don't see why you couldn't. The PC, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. So maybe that's possible in the future, GW. I don't know how that works. I would think that you could play across from one another on that platform. It's still the game, right? Whether you're using console or PC. We'll figure that out, GW, because if we can get you into that game, that'd be some fun, right? Come join us for the next adventure. Get you and Wolf and me and Algie playing. That'd be fun. It's just a fun game to interact and do stuff with and just be goofy. And, we've had some really funny moments in that game that, the lava, for instance. Lava. All right, get your questions in. Good to see everybody here this morning. Hope everyone having a good Saturday morning. Thanks everybody came out yesterday. It was a lot of fun on a Freaky Friday. And then Scribe stream, that was a lot of fun too. Me and Scribe and Desi on his stream. That was a lot of fun. We had me and Desi and Ram on mine and some other stuff. So yeah. Funny in hindsight, but not the moment the lava came out of nowhere. It really did. I was so angry. For a hot minute, I don't even know why this registered. I'm like, did you just troll me, Ouchie? Because the way she was giggling, I think, but look, going back and listening to it again, she was more like, I can't believe that happened too, Ranger, because we all got wiped. Hey, you down with Ren2G? Yeah, you know me. Says, hi, Ranger Crew. Sorry I'm late. Last night was awesome. Glad you had fun, Ren2G. Glad to have you here. Good morning, my friend. Or good afternoon, wherever you are out there in the world. Glad to have you. I was glad you could join us last night, Ren2G. I hope our silliness and goofiness, on a Friday, helps you guys laugh and, let loose a little bit and get over the work week. And, that's why we do the silliness that we do. And Ren2G is never late, nor is he early, Frodo Baggins. He arrives precisely when he means to. All right. We'll go about 10 more minutes, so get your questions in. Brought this up a little bit early. Again, slow week in the news. We've talked about some things here. We do know about Shin Hati. She's coming in. I'd love to get her hot toy. Oh, but I've got to stay on target. I got the Kenobi hot toy for our picture that we're going to be, we got with Hayden and Ewan, but I do want to get 2 figures to put around that says as a display. That'll be really cool. Once I do that, I'm going to change my background a little bit. Some highlights that we can really do some cool stuff with. Oh, I know, G-Dub. And we always like the the bad girls or bad boys. You know what I'm saying? Checking my messages here. All right, got a few more minutes, and then we're going to wrap it up. Don't worry, you'll get some more of me tonight on D&D. Sundays, I don't stream, especially now that it's the NFL season. Yes. Question, what cron is better, ETH or Plo? I have both. They're both really good. God, they're good in different ways. I'd lean toward Plo, but if you get ETH too, I mean, that's not a bad play either. Just because it's the God Almighty, the ETH one on like a Keller and Beck or Master Qui-Gon team is just ridiculous. I mean, that thing is just insane. We got one, and I'm just like, that's insane. They get 100% offense, 20 speed, or immune to buff immunity. He gains the extra 100% max health protection. It just does a ton of stuff. So that makes that Keller and Beck or Master or Qui-Gon team just really goddamn annoying. You know what I'm saying? Now the Plo Koon one, let me get my brain in the right place on this so I'm not telling you stupid things. That's that's good for just a Jedi team in general. Well, I don't have the Plo one, so I haven't really thought about where I would use it. We're rolling for one on him. What team did we say we wanted to use that on, Skewers? Sorry, it's again Saturday morning. Coffee hasn't all the way kicked in. Did we say that was for Kenobi, a JMK team? You could probably use it. Because it's a stun thing, so I know for a fact that that's going to be really annoying. He'll be good with the Padme team because of the stun. He'll be really good with the JMK team, which is really nasty. I think the Jedi team with Jedi Master Luke and Jedi Luke, where you're just stun locking the entire team, is ridiculous. She does love her Ben Swallow. She loves the APAC. Yeah, Keller and Beck. I mean, it's Galactic Republic Jedi with ETH Koth, so Kelleran and those homies are going to get a ton of boost, and it makes that team a lot more deadly, in my opinion. Jinkim and Cat Plo is absurd with the Datacron. Yeah, your team gets stunned, ability block. They take 3 to 4 turns. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with Plo. It's Plo, which we want to do with Cat and Kenobi, and then 5, same thing. So yeah, I think the Plo Koon's a little bit better. But the ETH Koth one is nothing to shake a fist at. It's really good, but that's more for a team that you've got either with the Qui-Gon Jinn lead or Keller and Beck lead with Galactic Republic, and you can put that team for offense or defense. I like it on defense because it's just a hard pipe hitting team that's going to do some crazy damage. Yeah, the Plo stuff is why we're working on it. That's the next one. That what else 73 said, Ranger, get that one immediately. Like, I'm working on it. Jesus Christ, stop yelling at me. G-Dub, I think it would depend on the crons you have from the last set. Like if you didn't have the sport attack crons, you can use Plo versus Dark Color. You could, yeah, I can see that. For sure, G-Dub. And we did change our defense around to match that as well. On defense, I think what we went with were the ETH call team. I haven't done the Plo stuff yet with JMK, but we usually have him for offense, right? We may put him on defense, pull Leia. Although Leia with that Tankron is annoying as well. So I think we went Killer and Beck, Cam, and ETH Koth. And I think that's a nasty combination. Someone has a better combination with ETH Koth. Again, Fies will be different. But yeah, I could see Plo going on maybe a Starkiller team as your Jedi 5th. That would be good. Or on just JMK, and I think that would be insane. And what else? 73 is kind of 100%. Yeah, we did win GIC last night. Yeah. He got stuck on our crons with the Jabba and Leia cron and stuff. Really good dude. 501st, the Dark First Separatists they were all watching last night. It was a lot of fun. I was going to like pick who I was going to go after next and stuff like that. I just wanted to have fun. He seemed like a really, really nice person. And I was like, let's just have some fun. They did a really good job. He just got stuck on Jabba and Leia the crons. Again, we've got to, he's in the kind of same boat. He's got some, but we've got to get to where we got to have those crons that have that armor penetration on it. There is no bloody way. Which I think for me, what I am going to do is use Plo with JMK and Cat for 3s for offense, because if we can get a good, if I get good armor penetration on that with the stuns and stuff on that Java team, just make it a lot easier for me to kick the shit out of them. That's been so frustrating, just trying to get through that grid and stuff. It's like, Jesus. Oh yeah, I did 4 for net last night. G-Dub. Oh, it was something else, man. We did a lot of shoeies yesterday in for net. Not so much on the scribe stream, which was nice. And I was able to enjoy my Jim Beam and get that nastiness out of my mouth. But yeah, you guys got me a pretty good list. I was just thankful none of the bigwigs were there. They're running their empires and stuff, and they didn't come in last night and really put the pain. But you guys did put some pain on. It just could have been a really bad night if those guys had been around, because they sense any blood in the water from you guys, they go ham, man. It is something to behold, man. And they're lurkers too. Pilsy and GLD and Dodger and all those, and Desecrim and them. Oh my God. They're just lurking. And then they see you guys do a few shoeies, and the next thing I know, wait, where did these 10, 20 shoeies come from? Oh no. And then GLD will be like, hi. It's like, you little turd. They're so good. They get me all the time when I'm least expecting it, because it'll be quiet, right? You guys have watched enough my stream. It'll be quiet, nothing's going on. We're having fun. We're doing GSC. Yeah, I drink a little Jim Beam, but it's what I do on a Friday, right? We're having fun, doing our stuff. All of a sudden, like he did it one time where he came in a couple months back and did like, was it 300 gifted subs in total in the channel? I was like, God damn it, GLD. No. I tried for net for the first time last night. Not for the faint of heart. No, it's horrible, June Kessel. Oh, God. Why did you do that to yourself, June? Did you just want to know what I was going through? I mean, if that's the case, God bless you. Thank you, sir. Now you know every time I drink that stuff. And I'm not drinking it like they do in Argentina with Coke and stuff. And that doesn't help really either. It's nasty, man. I'm telling you, it's nasty. June Kessel had it for the first time last night. God bless you, sir. God bless you. Pretty awful, isn't it? It is definitely not for the faint of heart. That stuff is awful. It just doesn't taste good, right? And it is so, like when you open rubbing alcohol, that smell of alcohol that hits you, this like, oh, that's really powerful. That's what Fernet is like. Just really strong, desanitized stuff. You just had to know? Yeah, I'm sorry, June. But at least you know now when I'm doing shoeies and then I'm doing the Fernet, you know exactly what I'm going through. I'm going to thank our Lord and Savior, the saint herself, Desi Jingle Schnarr, for this nonsense. She was scheming last night. Ooh, she was scheming. Ooh, she was scheming. All right, final call for questions. Stuff. Going to start wrapping it up on this edition of Jedi Academy. Who can we raid? Oh, YouTube, you guys, yeah, Nooch. We'll go hit Nooch because YouTube, you guys can go follow him over on YouTube because the Nooch is really good about he dual streams too. So yeah, we'll hit the Nooch. It's Noochy Noochies. Old man himself, someone older than me. That's unbelievable. Can't believe it. We love Nooch. He's a really, really good guy. Don't mind rating the Nooch at all. So we'll do that here. Get your final call for questions. next minute or two. If not, we're gonna go raid the Nooch, and then I gotta go get stuff done. I gotta get ready for some D&D tonight. I got some of my basic maps stuff, but I gotta get it all coordinated. Nope, Desi's innocent. Look how innocent she is right now. Those devil horns are really holding up that halo very well. Yes. Desi's got to work this weekend, so much love to Desi. Jingle snarf snarf. She's doing her on-call weekend, so she has to help people that need it. Hopefully she doesn't get hit with anything crazy. She has a nice, smooth weekend, just drinking coffee, sitting at her desk, waiting for hopefully nothing that ever happens. We don't need any disaster for Desi Jingle Snarf Snarf. G-Dev says, I think Jedi Academy is some of my favorite SWGOH streams. It's just fun to sit and talk about the game and Star Wars in general. Yeah, that's why we do it. Some weeks are more impactful than others, you know, because there's more going on in the game. It's a little bit slower week. But yeah, there's always something to talk about. And that's why we do it for you guys. This is why we do it. This is why we do it. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, we'll always. I'll take weekends off. Like probably going to take next weekend off from Jedi Academy. Like every 6 to 7, I take one off just because I need a break from it. It'll depend if there's a lot going on. Maybe I won't. But we'll see. This is how we do it. You got me thinking Montel Jordan now. God damn it. Friday night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side. So reach moment 40, and I get up. I got the keys in my truck. Oh, God. All right, I don't see any other questions. Let's go raid the Noochie. You guys can find Nooch Too Good over on YouTube. I can't. Let me see if I can raid yet. I haven't been able to figure that out yet on YouTube. I can't do it on Twitch. Probably in the middle of his chase. Is he losing his mind? Thank you, Weddle73, my trusty Sith accountant data keeper. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you for being here. Let me look at YouTube real quick. I don't have a button to raid. It's really weird. Like I got all these stuff, but I can't raid. It doesn't give me. Yeah, it doesn't give me an option. I got to figure out how I can get that option on YouTube so we could have raided the Nooch. Noochies. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, just go to Nooch Too Good over on YouTube. The Nooch. Just Nooch Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. You'll find them. If you don't see the raid right now in Twitch, then all you got to do is refresh your page. I'll give it a few more seconds. And then, yeah. So thanks for all you guys hanging out. Hopefully, if you have any questions and I'm not available, or if I'm not streaming, you're more than welcome to message me anytime. I'm always available in Discord. I may not respond right away, but I will respond. And if you have any things you need from me, so SWGOH related, life related, people do, I mean, you'd be surprised. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. Don't be shy. That's what it's for. So love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. And I'll see you tonight for D&D. If not, salute. See you when I see you.